I got fired for speaking out on Palestine, and a lot of people have asked why, so here's the story. I'm so bad at storytelling, so just bear with me. So I worked at a middle school in special education. I absolutely loved my job. They loved me there. I was actually even up for a promotion within the coming month. So basically, I was a great employee. I never did anything wrong. I always stayed within the rules. And honestly, most of them knew that I did activism on the side. I had invited multiple of them, including the principal, to protests over the summertime. Like they knew what I was into. But the district did not. So anyway, I came back from lunch one day, and right away they got a buzz in the classroom I was in, and they said, "Carly, the principal wants to see you in his office." And no matter how old you are, no matter if you're an employee, nobody wants to go to the principal's office. But I was cool with him, so I headed down. He was not in his office, but there were two like head honchos from the district there. And they started off by asking me, "Is this your handle on Instagram?" And I said, "Yeah." And they said, "Is this your handle on TikTok?" And I confirmed. Then they went to play my TikToks in front of me, in front of them. And it was the TikToks that I was specifically speaking on Palestine. So after we get done watching my TikToks so fucking awkwardly, I had to clarify. I said, "Am I not allowed to make this content on my own time?" To which, legally, he said, "Oh, absolutely." And he even quoted free speech. But he asked if I had ever identified exactly where I worked, and I had absolutely not. So I said no. He said, "Well, some parents must have pieced it together." So apparently some parents saw my TikTok and they contacted the district. And along this timeline, the weekend before I got fired, I started getting, like, I've always gotten the Zios that are semi-threatening, talking shit, but this, I started getting death threats. And also threats along the line of laugh emojis saying, "We're gonna get you fired." And it was like a plethora of messages to where I was like, I just thought that was weird. So anyway, to have this meeting 2 days later, it kind of fell into place. But yeah, he clarified that I was allowed to do this on my own time. I had never recorded a TikTok at work. I never mentioned any children, nothing along those lines. But then the main guy, he was like, "Have you ever emailed about Hamas?" And I was sitting there frozen. I have awful anxiety, so I'm on the verge of a panic attack anyway. And I like searched my memory bank, and no, I was like, absolutely not.